Over a year ago, I started college. I was struggling to find a balance between work, full-time school, and social life. Today, I'm still trying to keep a balance, but I haven't been working for a while. Instead, I've been investing, which has resulted in more time to spend exercising, having hobbies, and living more in the moment. There are two main lessons that I've learned. The first being, one thought can change your world. Investing and improving my financial literacy has definitely allowed me to live under less stress, and of course there are many factors and events that have occurred throughout my life which have shaped my thinking and my situation. But I want to emphasize that one thought paired with action was able to change my whole life, and it's always been this way. Maybe you've been fortunate enough to have realized this on your own, or had someone pass his knowledge on to you. For me, I may have heard it multiple times throughout my life, but I never observed it closely and appreciated the truth in it.
An idea is like a virus, resilient, highly contagious, and the smallest seed of an idea can grow. It can grow to define or destroy you.
Regardless, the purpose of this video is to inspire someone to change their future. It will also serve as a reminder and timestamp for me to see how far I've come. 1 year ago, I made the decision to start investing in the stock market seriously. I didn't grow up with much money, so I was always trying to earn and save as much as possible. But I knew that saving everything is not how you get to financial comfortability. At first, I thought about it for a while. I thought about how investing could impact my life. The more I thought about it, the more I wanted to make the profits and the passive income. This created the drive inside of me to go out and learn how to do that. So I took my first risk with the stock market. I put a total of $300 as play money into a Robinhood account in the first month. This was about 25% of my bi-weekly paychecks at the time, and as I write this script, I have a $30,000 portfolio with 100% profit. I started by watching YouTube videos and reading articles on the basics of the stock market. I researched a diversified group of companies each week and made predictions on their share price, but I took no action. This was all for me to learn the factors and keys that I should look for in a company, and it was also a way of observing thought processes of others and myself. Now you can do something similar to this with paper trading. I did not know about this, but it's basically you trade with the real-time market with fake money. So you take no actual risk, and it's just all a learning process. So after a while of building confidence in myself, I bought a few shares of companies that I knew. My first few trades were small gains with small losses. There were times where I had big losses, but over time my profits would take over. In the first 6 months, there were a lot of moments of stress and fear, and at the time, each of those moments felt like they wouldn't end. But eventually, things became smooth as I got to a point where I was comfortable with making bigger investments and finding companies that I had 100% belief in. Of course, drive alone is not enough to create my current portfolio. My motivation did not get me here. Along the way, I learned from people around me on the internet, and I learned from them and they learned from me. A lot of things had to come together. Entering a whole new world, learning how to think differently about products and services, using the internet to find answers and advice, and conviction. But all this manifested because other people had their life-changing and world-changing ideas and actions. The second lesson is that all things are impermanent.
Normally what we perceive, what things are, cannot match. So what we perceive, everything is permanent, lasts long, stable. Our mind is so tight, so fixed. But the object is impermanent. It's changing. It depends on many cause conditions.
Our body is impermanent, our emotions and our perceptions are impermanent. all material things are also impermanent. Things are ever-changing. This tree is not the same tree every day. Between yesterday and today, there is a 24-hour difference, 24 hours of different conditions that have affected the tree. Sun, rain, air, and soil are just some of the basic factors. Years previously, it was a seed, and it was still below the surface. But with time, resources, care, and luck, it grew into a sprout, into a thin sapling, and then into what it is now. This knowledge and understanding is applicable to all things in your life. I've heard many people say they will do something once a condition is met. For example, if Tesla drops again, I will start investing. But this mindset can mean that there is no investing done. This mindset is a bet and a reliance on things returning to the same form as the previous moment in history. But that's just not possible. Furthermore, betting your entrance into stocks on a single company's share price is riskier than beginning to learn how to invest at that very moment. Sure, the price might drop to a similar preferred price, but this will be because of a different circumstance. Similar to the tree, a company and its share price will go through many different stages before becoming a rewarding share. However, a company and its service and products are ever changing at a way more complex level than a tree. And one last thing, there is no perfect. So as I was trying to record, trying to get out and get shots of perfect, angles, perfect sets and whatever, record perfectly, I couldn't do that. There was no time where I felt like it was perfect. I had to go out and just do it. And you guys have to remember that nothing can truly be perfect. So let's say my investing record, I guess. It's not perfect green all the way. You have to take some fall, you have to take some losses in the beginning. And each time you get closer and closer to perfection. And you have to be okay with, your first few products not being perfect. Because it's not. Who goes out and just perfects everything, And perfectionism can be, kind of a crutch, and it can be applied to everything in your life. There's no perfect conditions to start investing. There's no perfect conditions to go out and chase your dreams. Your life is not going to be perfectly set, and it's not going to have a time where, okay, now you can go chase your dreams. No, you have to work around your dreams. You have to push through the imperfect to get to where you want to be. So I'm going to do my best to use all of the resources and materials I have to get this video out there. It's not going to be the perfect video. My audio is going to be off. My face is not going to be perfect. And I can't really change that unless you guys donate me, a lot of money to do so. But, this is my first step. This is my imperfect working towards perfection. In the Wolverine, Chris Claremont wrote, "The key isn't winning or losing. It's making the attempt. I may never be what I ought to be or want to be, but how will I know unless I try? Sure, it's scary, but what's the alternative? Stagnation, a safer, more terrible form of death, not of the body, but of the spirit. An animal knows what it is and accepts it. A person may know what they are, but they question it. They dream, they strive, they change, and they grow." I think this excerpt is great because it reminds me that I'm not in some kind of set boundary. I'm not confined to a specific pathway in my life that I have to take. I have the ability to change that, the ability to step outside of the box I'm currently in. So how can you apply the lessons that I've talked about in this video to your own life? For one, I talked about how one thought can change your whole world. So all you have to do is realize that. You have to realize how strong your mind is, and just go out and seek the resources or the path and steps you need to take to get to where you want to be. And second, I talked about impermanence, which means nothing will ever be in the same conditions again. And you can take this video as a sign, like, you gotta go out and start. You gotta grab the world by its And I'm assuming since this video is titled something about money, this whole video was about investing in money. The viewer at home, on the plane, at the restaurant, at the school, wherever, is also interested in the same kind of things and path. So I want to leave 2 links in the description below. They're going to be referral links. One is going to be to WeBull, where you can learn paper trading, and you can also do real-time, real actual trading. If you sign up, they'll give you 1 free stock. If you deposit 100, I think they give you another 4 or 6 or 12. I don't know, it's always changing. And then Robinhood is another link. It's very beginner friendly if you want to start investing. They don't offer paper trading, but they do offer fractional shares investing, which means you can put a dollar amount into a company since you don't have enough for a full share. And with Robinhood, they give you 1 free share for signing up. You don't need to deposit any amount to get extra shares. And I hope, this video has provided you with, enough information to go out and seek more about what you want to do. If you guys have any questions, you guys are welcome to comment down below. Oh, I can't say this shit, what the fuck? If you guys have any questions, you are welcome to ask them down below. I'm in no way some kind of, expert investor, but I will do my best to direct you to good resources, good information, and try my best to answer all your questions. So thank you for watching. Ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba.